when you're thinking of stuff you can wear to crew bar, think about going to your local pub. I know you've probably forgot what that's like because they've been closed for so long. Hey sailors, welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy and today we're going to be talking about what you actually wear when you go to work on a cruise ship as a crew member. Because when you're going on your first ship, you really have no idea. But before we get started, please press like and subscribe for more cruise ship content. And if you have video suggestions, then you can leave them in the comments down below, or you can DM me over on Instagram at Cruising as Crew. I get back to every single one of you. So please let me know if you have any video suggestions. And I do just want to say thank you to everyone who has submitted their video suggestions. I am going to be using them, so everyone helps. But as for now, let's get into this video. There's been a lot of you messaging me asking about things you should pack, packing questions, just like, oh, I'm going to pack this, should I pack this? And I was exactly the same. On my first ship, I took like 4 dresses for formal nights, every single bikini that I owned, about 7 pairs of heels. I never wear heels. And basically just the most uncomfortable clothes that I owned because they looked the best. And I was like, every day it's going to be a fashion show. I'm going to be wearing all of these amazing outfits because I'm going to be in these amazing places every day. And it's, yeah, how wrong I was. Because you are going to be working most of the time. Even for my like second contract, I just packed like the most unnecessary stuff. And as I've said in every video, you have very limited space, both in your luggage and your cabin. You have half of a double wardrobe and maybe about 3 drawers. You don't really have room to be taking stuff that you don't need. But it took me a while to get my head around this. So because you are going to be working most of the time, the most important thing that you could pack is uniform. Now obviously every job on board is going to have a different uniform. If you are youth staff, you're going to be wearing a polo shirt. If you're a waiter, you're going to be wearing a dress shirt. If you're a shopper, you're going to be wearing a black suit, a black blazer. If you're a therapist, you're going to be wearing a tunic. The company will usually provide 2 uniforms, one to wash, one to wear. But as you know, if you've watched my videos, you are not going to get the opportunity to do laundry every other day. That's just not the case. And even if you did, you're not going to want to do laundry every other day. If you're a therapist, if you're a waiter, if you're youth staff, if you are doing something where you're walking around a lot, running around a lot, you're going to sweat. And I don't know whether anyone's told you, but BO is not the nicest smell. If you are, let's say, a waiter and your uniform is a white dress shirt underneath a waistcoat, you can get more white shirts. Yes, the company are probably going to provide you with 2 white shirts, or maybe more in some cases, but take another 2 at least. I wore black trousers, a black t-shirt and a black blazer when I was on board P&O Oceania working in the shops. The company did provide me with a black suit, but I took my own because it wasn't like a specific blazer. So as long as it was a black blazer, a black t-shirt, black trousers, it didn't matter what it looked like. And you don't have to do this, but it will make your life a lot easier. On a lot of ships, the company offer a laundry service for your uniform. So I could have given my uniform to the ship's laundry and they would have cleaned it for me. But firstly, it might get lost. It happens. If it's a black t-shirt, there's a high chance of it getting lost. And if I've only got 2, well, I'm screwed. It might take a few days. And if I'm like, well, I've only got 1 other t-shirt that the company has provided, my other one's in the wash and it's been in the wash for 4 days, but this one's really starting to smell. What I would say is take 2 weeks worth of uniform so that you have to do laundry once every fortnight. I took 12 t-shirts. I could wear 1 twice. I had 3 blazers. That would see me for a fortnight. So I would definitely keep that in mind when you are thinking of uniform. But that, you know, that is only if, like I said, it's a black t-shirt or a white shirt. If you work in the spa, then unfortunately you are going to have to wash more frequently. Or as I've said in videos I've done about Steiner, when some therapists leave, if they're like, this is my last contract, they will leave their tunic. If it's your size, keep it, take the hand-me-downs. I think I collected about 5 Royal Caribbean tunics because everyone who left was like, can I have your tunic? Can I have your tunic? The more you have, the less you have to wash. And washing is an absolute pain because it takes ages and it just takes away from your time that you could be sleeping or exploring a port. So yeah, the less you have to wash, the better. In the evenings, you're going to go to crew bar, or you might go and sit out with your friends. So when you are packing your case and you're thinking of like things you can wear to crew bar isn't like a bar at home. Think of your local pub. It's very casual. You wear your jeans, you probably wear a t-shirt and a hoodie, trainers, flip-flop. Like it's really not a dressy place. My first few ships, when I was thinking of crew bar, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear this skirt with this really nice top and these heels. I think I've honestly worn heels once to crew bar in my whole time at sea. Most of the time to go to crew bar, I would wear a t-shirt, a hoodie, leggings or jeans, trainers, really comfortable stuff. You're either going for a quiet drink after work and you're going to get into bed afterwards, or you're going for a party. And once again, don't be thinking like, right, dress for the club. No, you dress for a house party at your best mates. You know what? I think that's why crew parties are so enjoyable. You can dance because you're wearing your leggings, your trainers and a t-shirt. You know, you're so comfortable. Whereas like if you go partying on land, you go to a club, you have to dress up, which is lovely, but sometimes the dressiest stuff isn't the most comfortable. So I always loved that. I love the fact that you can like party on a ship in really comfortable gear and no one gives a shit because everyone's wearing the same. And the other thing to bear in mind is I packed for really warm weather because my ship was going to be in hot climates. I completely didn't think about the fact that there's aircon on the ship and it's not always warm on the ship, and sometimes I might want to be cozy. For my first ship, I think I packed one pair of leggings, one hoodie. I went out in port and got a few more because I was like, this is all people wear to crew bar and I've only got one. You're not going to be dressing up every day. You're going to be dressing down every day. So take some comfortable loungewear that also looks nice because you'll wear it to the crew bar, but you also want to be comfortable. Guys, jeans and a t-shirt is completely crew bar appropriate. You will never get more dressier than that. So yeah, when you're thinking of stuff you can wear to crew bar, think about going to your local pub. I know you've probably forgot what that's like because they've been closed for so long. It's comfort first. Formal nights. So just for those of you who don't know, it's basically a night during the cruise where all the passengers get really dressed up. The guys wear their tuxes, the women bring their lovely dresses and get all dressed up, and sometimes the crew can get dressed up as well. Some jobs will require you to attend formal nights and mingle with the guests. So for example, my friend who worked in the art department, she had to attend formal night. So she did have to take some formal night dresses because it was part of her job to mingle with the passengers. Whereas both my jobs for Steiner and Harding, I don't have to attend formal night. If I want to attend formal night, I can, but I don't have to attend it. If you do not have to attend formal night, you only need one dress. Maybe take 2 dresses if it is part of your job description, because sometimes you have 2 formal nights in a cruise, and on a cruise you'll have the same passengers. So okay, you might not want to wear the same dress within a week or within 2 weeks for the same passengers. You might want to change it up a little bit. If you do not have to attend formal night, don't even take a dress because you won't attend. Honestly, you just won't. When you think of it before you've gone on board, you're like, yes, oh my God, that'll be so nice to get dressed up and meet the guests and all of this. And it is lovely, but you have to remember, you probably have gonna worked all day because formal nights are usually on a sea day. So you've been at sea all day, you've been working all day. The last thing you're gonna wanna do is, after you've been on your feet for 12 hours, then go and get dressed up, put your heels on and your really uncomfortable but beautiful dress, put your makeup back on, and then go out and talk to guests. You're going to want to put your hoodie on and go to crew bar or go to bed. So the likelihood of you attending formal night more than twice if you don't have to. And then also, I just want to say, it doesn't have to be your Cinderella dress. It can be a cocktail dress. It can be just like a wrap dress. It doesn't have to be this incredible beaded, sequined, laced ball gown. I remember when I was training at Steiner and they mentioned to us that, you know, there'll be formal nights and you might have to attend. Loads of us girls went to Lipsy, London. I don't know whether they've closed down actually. Anyway, went to Lipsy, London, and we're looking at these dresses, which were hundreds of pounds, thinking like, oh my God, we need one for formal night. Luckily I didn't get one, and then I got on board and was like, God, like, I'm really glad I didn't get one. One, because I would probably never wear it. It would take up way too much space in my case and wardrobe, and you don't need it. Like, you can get away with a simple, lightweight, classy dress. It doesn't have to be this statement piece. The formal nights are for the passengers, not for the crew. You can attend, maybe you have to attend for your job, but you really don't have to look like you've walked out of a musical. And then the last one, getting off in port. If I could show you the stuff that I took on my first contract, thinking like, oh, I'm gonna wear this, I'm gonna wear this, I'm like, chill out, Lucy. You're gonna wear, you are not. I think I took about 20 outfits for like getting off in port, and I probably rotated between three jumpsuits, because jumpsuits are easy. It's like a grown-up baby grow. Put a different jumpsuit on every day with my Birkenstock summer trainers. So when you are thinking of getting off in port, comfort is key. I know that's not what you want to hear. I know you want me to say like, no, it is a fashion show and you should take your amazing outfits and that really uncomfortable boob tube that looks great but feels like it's stabbing you in the side. But no, you won't wear that boob tube. When you are packing, you need to think about where you're going. If you're going to Australia, it's going to be hot. If you're going to Alaska, it's going to be cold. And comfort, especially if you're going to Alaska, because you're going to be wearing a coat, so it doesn't matter what you wear because you'll be wearing the same coat over it every time you go out. If it's not comfortable, don't take it. You will not wear it. And that's from my experience, but also talking to friends that have done it, and they agree. They're like, yeah, if it's not comfortable, it's a waste of space in my wardrobe. Obviously, yes, take some nice outfits, because if you do go out to dinner with someone, or you do just want to dress up, maybe there is a party at Crew Bar and it's one that you do actually want to dress up for, great. But don't be filling the majority of your case with really dressy clothes. That's my main tip for today. But anyway, I really hope you have found this video helpful. If you have, you know what to do. Press the like button and the subscribe button. And if you have your video suggestions, then make sure you leave them in the comments down below, or you DM me over on Instagram at Cruising as Crew. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.